Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise, myself Jason, bringing you whiskey review number 107. Today we are reviewing the whole Johnnie Walker range, but specifically the Johnnie Walker Platinum 18-year-old. So, thank you Mr. Bananas. If you haven't met Mr. Bananas, here's my trusted mascot, sidekick, and whiskey partner in crime. So, I picked up these. If you have not seen my unboxing video, be sure to go and check them out. I do them once a month. I haven't done one yet for January. I'll do one in February, as they do cost. It's almost like £200 I'm spending every month on drams. So it's a pricey game, but ooh, I think I snapped that one. Gonna see if we can turn that, and we'll pour ourselves out with the Johnnie Walker Platinum Label. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos before on the Johnnie Walker range, feel free to click the playlist. I'll leave it just here. And currently I'm reviewing the Johnnie Walker range. So I've done the red, the black, the double black, the green, the gold. Now we're into the platinum. And then we'll finish on XR21 and a blue if it does come in time. I keep looking there because I'm hoping one of my family will say, yes, we got the bottle. So I've got a special one which I ordered, which was the limited edition Year of the Rooster. And I was looking for the Year of the Monkey, but they didn't have it in stock. So it was the year before that. So Johnnie Walker Platinum Label. We'll do my review style structure, and then we'll get into the video. So, start off with the age of this whiskey. My review style structure is an 18-year-old whiskey, bottled at an ABV of 40%. The company that do own them are Diageo, and the actual price on that bottle over there is around about £70. In dollars, in euros, it's around about, I'd say, US dollars up to 80 to 90. But I have seen some places on the East Coast do this for around about $60, so you can pick it up much cheaper, full-size bottle, not the dram. In terms of exclusivity, the Johnnie Walker Platinum Label is not exclusive. However, the newer version, they are bringing, well, I've seen recently they've announced it, along with the gold. They're bringing an 18-year-old gold label, but Platinum is not having an age statement. So kind of interesting to see why and what they're doing behind that, but that's companies for you. So, without further ado, we've got a dram poured. Let's get into the nosing. Start things out on the nose with the Johnnie Walker Platinum. A very soft, subtle note of dates. It's almost like a date pudding. If any of you have tried a date pudding, or if you've not tried one yet, go and buy one, give it a go. But it's not like those dark dates. It's like golden dates. Soft, creamy, caramelly in sweetness. And you're putting this into like a pudding. There's a little bit of nutmeg. A soft, sweet clove. Tangerines. That coastal sea note, that salty, sort of briny aspect is there, but it's not, again, it's not heavy like I got in the sort of red or the black. This is now much mellowed, and I think those 18 years have done it a very big justice. A little note of even walnuts in there in the mix, and this is like that nutty note. I've noted I'm getting it sort of more as I'm pushing out to the older Johnnie Walkers, or the sort of more higher up in the label system. Not really getting it so much on the younger one, so that sort of waxy, oily, no, I'd say oily walnuts. And a slight sort of, again, another nutty aspect, but of like slightly toasted almonds. You do this in the winter sometimes with you do it with, what's it called? Chestnuts! That's it! It's almost like toasted chestnuts, but instead of using chestnuts, you're using almonds, and you're just developing that little bit of an outer skin on these sort of almonds, a little bit more with a sort of toasted, warming feeling to it. But overall, I think that's about it for the nose. Let's work our way into the palate next. So, Solange, guys. So, before I get into my notes on the palate, I want you to let me know in the comment section, have you tried the Johnnie Walker Platinum Label? And what's your opinion? If you haven't tried it, let me know which range of whiskey you'd like me to review in terms of blends. Would you like me to do Shivers? Would you like me to do Dewars? Would you like me to do, I think Grants do a range as well. So let me know down below in the comment section, and whichever one you guys would like me to review, I'm going to start working on that soon. But I'd be interested to see what you think of the Platinum Label. So, my initial impression on the palate, its delivery was quite light, quite soft. Then it developed, and didn't develop as intensely as the gold label did. It started out nice, a creamy, buttery, rich buttery, sort of as if you're melting butter on your taste buds. And then it sort of hit a switch and I was like, no, this is like salted butter. If any of you do cooking, or if you have to not be on sort of quite high butter content, you have the salted butter. It reminded me of that. A little bitter as well. There is a note of vanilla, but more like I'd say a creamy vanilla milkshake. So I'm going to have a second sip because it's quite soft. These flavors are not quite intense, they're quite soft. Those creamy notes are still there, and this actually now, in my mind, makes me think of creamy rolled oats that you have in the morning. Served with milk, not water, because I know people who are on diets are going to be having oats at the minute with water. But this is like milk with your oats in the morning. There's a little citrus, like a lemon zest. And then you get a little dried, charred oak character. It's not smoky, it's soft, charred oak. And that savoury aspect of green olives and capers comes right at the end. But that's about it for the actual palate for this whiskey. Let's find out what's in the finish, and I'll come to my conclusion on the Platinum label. So, into the finish. The finish for the Johnnie Walker Platinum is actually a very different to what I thought was going to be on the finish for it. So, the finish started out, initially I thought it was going to be long. It's quite an array of flavours in terms of the olives, the capers, what I found on the palate, on the end of the palate. A slight bitter, salty aspect. But then it slightly dried out quite quickly, and it dried very fast towards, I'd say, the front and the middle of the palate. And then before I knew it, there was no more flavours left, and I couldn't pick out anything else on the finish for this one. So I'd say it's like a medium short finish. I was expecting a lot more. But overall, I've got to rate it off that. And it's actually getting drier. I didn't expect that. So finish-wise, actually rating-wise, I'm going to give it this. I'm going to give it an 84 out of 100. It's just that dryness there, that saltiness. Personally, from my palate, I'm not finding that very appealing. But in terms of the overall whiskey as a whole, does it have complexity? It does have a fair bit of complexity to it. But it's very soft, mellow, and you don't really get that smoky aspect that you get in the other Johnnie Walkers. Does it need water? Possibly. You can add it to reduce that saltiness, because that's one of the things I do when I have whiskies that are a bit salty for me. Add a bit of water, it makes it much easier to drink. Does it need time? I'm going to try this one again at some point in the future, and then I'll be able to judge it better with the time aspect. But in terms of value for money, it's around about 70 to 80 pounds. I'm genuinely going to have to say no. I personally don't think it's worth it. I would not pay 80 pounds for this bottle, but that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I'm giving it an 84. It's just that saltiness. I just don't like that heavy saltiness. That just doesn't feel right. It dries the palate too much. And it's got a bit of too much of a savoury. But then again, you can use this if you want to make a cocktail, or if you want to blend it or mix it with something. So it does have those opportunities. That's one of the things with blended whiskies. You can experiment and use them for many different things. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video at that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Johnnie Walker Platinum down below. Be sure to also hit the subscribe button if you're new for more whiskey reviews. And at the same time, be sure to click some of the videos up on screen of other whiskey reviews that I've done. And they're probably going to be all Johnnie Walker. So on that note, this has been JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for the next video. Salanja.